Have you ever wondered what a life of sharp wit, quiet wealth, and ocean air really looks like when the cameras turn off? How a woman who debates the biggest issues on national television spends her time when she slips back into her own world? The answer sits behind a line of wind-brushed hedges in the Hamptons, where Joy Behar lives in a coastal retreat that feels honest, warm, and unmistakably hers. Today, you are stepping straight into that world, her real home, her real comforts, and the side of her life that only begins when she walks away from the studio lights. Let us open the door and see how Joy truly lives. And from that quiet rhythm of her daily life, one truth becomes clear. Every bit of it is built on a solid financial base. Now, let us move into the story of her wealth. Joy Behar's money story does not begin with a glamorous number. It begins with the smallest check she ever earned on a comedy stage in New York, barely enough to cover cab fare home. That tiny payment, forgettable to anyone else, became the seed of a fortune that now stands at $30 million. From that point forward, every joke, every opinion, every moment of blunt honesty pushed her income higher. Her biggest financial engine is simple: the chair she sits in every weekday morning. As one of the core voices of The View, Joy earns $6 million each year. That steady annual salary has become the backbone of her wealth, a reliable number built on decades of sharp comedic timing and the kind of candor that daytime television rarely gets away with. Every heated debate, every laugh, every viral moment has made that paycheck feel fully earned. But her money does not stop at the studio table. When HLN handed her The Joy Behar Show, she added another strong source of income, a national platform that paid her millions for doing exactly what she does best. Talk, joke, provoke current TV's Say Anything followed, bringing more contracts, more visibility, and another income stream that kept her financial momentum alive. Film appearances and book deals added smaller but meaningful boosts. Each movie cameo brought in extra tens of thousands of dollars. Each book sold added another layer, modest individually, but together contributing to the stability she values. Her image rights and guest appearances on talk shows continued that pattern. Not huge payouts, but consistent, dependable money that stacked up over time. Then came the investments that showed Joy understands more than punchlines. In 2016, she owned a charming property in East Hampton worth about $3,200,000, a place that reflected her success and her taste for quiet coastal living. Soon after, she made a bigger move, purchasing a Sag Harbor home for $4,750,000. That choice proved brilliant. By 2024, the value of that Sag Harbor property had surged, allowing her to confidently list it for $10,950,000. It is the kind of leap that shows exactly how Joy thinks. Bold when the timing is right, patient when it matters, and always trusting her instincts in real estate just as much as she does at the debate table. Her New York City investments show the same pattern. She bought a $2,400,000 Upper West Side apartment, renovated it, and sold it for $3,280,000. A clean, confident profit built on good timing and even better taste. Put all of it together, and Joy Behar's wealth is not a mystery. It is a mix of humor, hustle, risk, and smart choices. It funds the coastal comfort she loves, the properties she collects, and the steady, grounded lifestyle she has built after decades in front of the camera. Her money works the same way she does: direct, honest, and always moving forward. Now, let us step into the coastal home that reflects the comfort, confidence, and quiet luxury Joy has built for herself. Hamptons Coastal Life. Tucked inside the quiet, tree-lined streets of Sag Harbor, this coastal home rises with the gentle charm of a place that has lived a long, beautiful life. Worth about $10 million, the property carries that value not just in size and land, but in the feeling it gives the moment you see it. The white exterior and the pointed Victorian tower create a soft storybook presence, as if the house has been patiently waiting for people who appreciate history, warmth, and a slower rhythm. The front garden blooms with thick hydrangeas, and the wraparound porch opens with a pair of simple coral chairs that seem to invite anyone passing by to stay for a moment and breathe. When you walk up the short steps and push open the front door, the house welcomes you with calm light. The entrance is lined with painted wood panels, soft gray walls, and Joy's collection of portraits leaning casually against the staircase, giving the space a lived-in feeling rather than a staged one. It feels like a home that has heard a lot of conversations, laughter, and late-night thoughts. From there, the rooms open in every direction. One living room carries a brighter, more open energy. Sunlight pours through tall windows that wrap around the entire space, turning the white sofas and pale walls into something airy and gentle. A modern fireplace anchors the room, with stacks of books rising in the corner like a quiet reminder of Joy's curiosity. Everything here feels peaceful, simple, and honest. Another living room has the opposite personality. It is cozier and a little more playful, filled with color. An orange armchair, a blue reading chair, a soft cream sofa, and art that adds a spark to the walls. The fireplace in this room has the worn charm of a spot that has hosted many winter nights. It feels like a room where Joy might sit with friends and talk freely, exactly the way she does on television, but softer, without the lights and cameras. The kitchen carries a crisp, modern look, while still blending with the soul of the house. White cabinetry, a large island, chef-grade appliances, and pale blue backsplash tiles give the room a clean, coastal freshness. It is the kind of kitchen made for real living, cooking, talking, sharing stories, and moving comfortably without thinking too much about perfection. Beside it, a glass-lined breakfast nook opens straight into the garden. This corner, surrounded by windows, looks like a small observatory for watching the seasons shift. The round table sits quietly in the light, offering a simple, clear view of the yard. Upstairs, the primary bedroom stays true to the house's personality. Calm, roomy, and uncluttered. Soft white tones, paneled walls, wide windows, and warm hardwood floors create a peaceful retreat. The bed sits under gentle, warm lighting, and every detail feels chosen to bring ease rather than impress. It is the kind of room made for quiet mornings and unhurried evenings. Throughout the upstairs level, additional bedrooms follow the same style. Simple lines, soft colors, and enough space for guests or family to feel comfortable. Every room carries the same steady atmosphere, bright but calm, personal. Outside, the backyard opens like a private coastal oasis. The heated pool curves through a stone patio, surrounded by thick green hedges that protect the space from outside eyes. The garden spreads gently across the land, with tall trees and open grass creating a sense of privacy that feels rare in the center of Sag Harbor Village. Just a few steps from the pool, the guest house adds another layer of charm. With its own living room, fireplace, full kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, and loft. It is a small home within a home, perfect for guests or even for renting on short-term platforms if the owner wants. It carries the same warm energy as the main house, only smaller and more intimate. Every corner of this property feels steady and meaningful. Joy Behar has said she loves the Hamptons because they remind her of Provence, peaceful, beautiful, and full of character. This house reflects exactly that feeling. It is more than a place to stay. It is a place with a heartbeat. It is a place shaped by history, softened by time, and filled with the easy comfort that Joy has spent years searching for. And now, from this peaceful coastal home, we step into the garage to explore the cars that carry her between the city, the studio, and the quiet roads of the Hamptons. Car collection. The first car that fits naturally into Joy's life is the Cadillac Escalade. a full-size, no-nonsense sport utility vehicle that matches her routine between the studio in Manhattan and the quiet roads of Sag Harbor. Her first drive happened on a quiet, weekday morning with her husband beside her, and the moment the car eased forward, a warm, low sound spread through the cabin. It felt like a moving living room, heavy but smooth, built to protect rather than impress. The Escalade carries an engine with more than 400 horsepower, a calm suspension that glides over long highway stretches, and a current value of roughly $70,000 depending on the year. Every time she steers it toward the Hamptons, there is a moment of peace, a small space where she can breathe before stepping into the noise of television again. The second car in her world is the Cadillac XT6, smaller than the Escalade but shaped for daily rhythm. She took it through the narrow streets of the Upper West Side, quietly testing how it handled the tight corners, noticing how much lighter and easier it felt compared to the bigger Cadillac. The first turn out of her block revealed exactly why she bought it. A quieter engine note, gentle steering, and enough space for groceries, scripts, and the ordinary pieces of life she never shows on camera. With a value of about $50,000, the XT6 is quick, quiet, and easy to move without drawing attention. Together, the Escalade and the XT6 reflect the balance Joy keeps in her life. Each one tells a small story of how she moves between the spotlight and the quiet corners she protects for herself. And now, we step away from her lifestyle to focus on her impact, the way Joy Behar uses her voice and success to help others. Philanthropy. One of her most remarkable contributions came through her annual birthday tag sale. On her 83rd birthday in October 2025, she auctioned off personal items, clip-on earrings, vintage pieces, memorabilia, and directed the proceeds to The Retreat, a non-profit that provides safety and support for victims of domestic abuse. The sale raised tens of thousands of dollars, each dollar carrying her promise to someone who felt alone. Another major effort saw Joy working with American Heart Association and Ovarian Cancer Research Fund, causes she supports quietly but steadily. She attended fundraising galas, lent her voice to awareness campaigns, and donated a part of her earnings from special segments of her show for the American Heart Association. She once appeared in an event that helped raise more than $200,000 in one night for heart disease research. For the Ovarian Cancer Research Fund, she committed to an annual donation of $50,000 over several years. Another part of Joy's giving comes from her long support for educational programs in New York. In recent years, she donated $100,000 to a scholarship fund that helps low-income students pursue arts and media studies, a field she believes can change lives because it changed hers. Through each donation, big or small, Joy shows her impact goes far beyond television, reaching those in need of comfort, opportunity, and a voice. And those quiet acts of kindness also bleed into her everyday life, where Joy's warmth, humor, and authenticity shine through. Personal life. Joy lives a quieter, steadier life now, moving between her home in the Hamptons and her place on the Upper West Side of New York City. She often says the mix of coastal calm and city energy keeps her balanced, and it shows in the way she goes through her days. In Sag Harbor, she likes the slow rhythm of the house, checking on the garden, reading new plays she is working on, or sitting with her husband, Steve Janowitz, talking about small, everyday things. Their relationship has stayed strong because they keep things simple and honest, and that ease is clear in the way they move through their shared routines. Her closest friendships are still part of her daily life. She and Susie Essman remain inseparable after more than 40 years, talking several times a week about work, theater, family, or whatever is happening in the world. The friendship grounds Joy, giving her a space where she can be fully herself without the filter of television. In the past year, writing has become her main creative outlet. She spends long hours in her home office working on plays, including the one she premiered in early 2025. She describes this part of her life as writing when I want, where I want, a freedom she has earned after decades of the studio schedule. On some days, she paces between the window and her desk, going over lines, shaping scenes, and letting the quiet of the Hamptons help her think. Social moments still matter to her, but she prefers smaller gatherings now. Once a month, she hosts a dinner at her Hamptons house with actors, writers, and old comedy friends. They talk long after the meal ends, sometimes into midnight, sharing stories the way they used to in the early days of stand-up, only softer, warmer, and without the pressure of performance. Her travel routine has also changed. She takes short trips instead of long ones. A weekend around the East End, a visit to a museum in Boston, or a quick flight to California to see her daughter family remains the gentle center of her life. She talks with her daughter and grandson often, and recently shared a simple moment on social media. Her grandson sitting on the floor of her living room, working on a puzzle while she watched no spotlight, no stage, just a quiet day at home. What stands out most about Joy's current life is how real it feels. She chooses calm over noise, connection over attention, and creativity over rush. It is a life shaped by her own rules, held together by humor, honesty, and the steady comfort she has built for herself through the years. If you enjoyed discovering this side of Joy Behar with us, we invite you to like the video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you will not miss the stories we bring you next.